Hey guys, Peter here. In this next video, I take about 35 clips that I did when I went to the Adirondacks over the last 2 weekends. I spent over 10 hours trying to find a pond located in the Adirondacks. It's a mountain pond. And during the adventure, I find all kinds of fun stuff. I get lost a few times. I find chaga a couple times. A tree falls in the woods, scares the shit out of me. I don't know if it's a bear or a Sasquatch, and I basically get lost 3 times during the adventure. I end up never finding the lake, and in the end I decide that the Adirondacks are 2 and I am only 1, because I score myself a 1 point because I found the chaga. But I will be getting a GPS so that I can find the lake. It's only like 2.5 miles back into the forest, into the wilderness. Actually, this is a wilderness area where there's no motorized vehicles allowed, and in fact where I actually am, there's no other people. There's one other set of tracks that I saw, and there's no trails actually, so you have to basically find your own way, and that's why I'm looking to get a GPS. I'm actually learning the way of the land. I'm actually confident at this point in time that if I went back, I would easily be able to find the pond. It's an 8-acre pond, and it's supposedly full of trout, supposedly 3 different species, and so there has to be brook trout, rainbow trout, and brown trout in there, because that's what's in New York. And stay tuned. There's I think you might enjoy these bloopers, or they're not bloopers, they're actually 1 to 2 minute video takes of my 10-hour adventure. So 35 minutes of fun from over 10 hours worth of adventure. Stay tuned. I was actually hoping to hear a loon, because if there was a loon in the lake, then I would know exactly where the lake was. I could just follow the sound. But I'm not hearing anything except for the leaves of the trees. If you want solitude, come to the Adirondacks. If you walk off the trail a quarter of a mile, you've got all the solitude you'll ever need. Alright. Here's going to be one of the landmarks when I come back sometime. That actually looks like a cave down there for the bear. This looks like a bear cave right here. Right in here. Look at that. I can see where a bear would dig that out or crawl in there somehow. Spend the winter underneath these 2 rocks. These 2 beautiful evergreen trees. Beautiful. So this is a landmark. This is the little stream that comes out here. I'd keep going back that way to find a lake. But right now, I head back. We're going to keep this as a landmark. Beautiful. Something's climbing on this too. You can see where there's no moss on here. They climbed right up through here. It climbed over that way. Probably a bear. Probably a bear. I smell garbage up here. So I don't know if there's a bear up in here that I smell. It smells like garbage. So I think I smell a bear. You know, when you're deer hunting, you can smell the buck sometimes, because they have glands on them. You totally can if you're downwind from them. And since I'm getting close to homes, the bears will be coming out of the woods right now to get down to the homes. So, and I was seeing something back up there. So, yeah. I'm thinking there's a bear around here. Not a big deal. There's some chaga right on the street. See it? Just a little bit. I've harvested it before in like the warmer months, like back in June, and there were bugs on it. It doesn't look like there's any bugs on this. I'll be back anyway. What the hell's that? There's something in these woods, by the way. I was seeing something moving up in there. So, anyway, all right, I gotta get out of here before it gets dark. Here's where I stopped last week. So I'm right where I was last week when I was going to turn around. I actually kept on going for like a quarter of a mile, a third of a mile. That's where I got down where there's rocks that look like a cave for a bear. And so I'm right on track with that. So this is a lower ridge right here, and then above it there's a higher ridge, and then the higher ridge, the trail's off to the left of the higher ridge. Eventually you'll run into it. So low ridge, high ridge, trail, and the lake has got to be that way or that way. So I'm going to go to where I was yesterday. There was a stream coming out of that area. I'm going to go past where that stream was and try to go that direction there, which is no idea. What did I say before? I was heading east. Now it's like southwest. You get turned around in the woods a lot. You just have to go with the. You just have to familiarize yourself with the woods. Try not to go past where you're familiar with. That's what you don't want to be walking into right there. I had one of those crawling on me last weekend. I found this trail that's marked with orange markers. I hear dogs behind me, a dog. So I'm going to assume that that's the way back. I'm going to also assume that I've been walking around in circles. So what I'm going to do is follow the trail this way, this trail. Look at that. Yeah. The one that was crawling on me last weekend was the same size. Look at this thing's nest. He's making a little, I think he's making a little house out of this thing. I don't know. I've seen where spiders curl up in leaves before. Alright, I hear the road. So I think I've just been walking around in a huge circle. So, and at the bottom of this trail, there were orange markers that went up the hill. And somebody told me before that there's a long way, and then you take a left, and then there's a steep way. I'm just going to follow these orange markers. I think it's a sign of positivity. A sign of positivity. Pretty sure there hasn't been anybody up in here because I keep walking in the spider's nest, left and right. Check out this rock. Check out that woodland toad. Look how dark he is. Never seen one that dark. He was just nested right there on the trail. And he took off. Well, he jumped when he saw me coming. It's a dark woodland toad. Hi, Toady. Alright. Walking up the stream bed. I'm sure the Native Americans would have done it. I would hope that this comes out of the pond. That'd be my guess. I'd like an order of seclusion, please, with an extra helping of solitude, and if possible, could you sprinkle some no stress on that? Why, thank you. You see that chunk of chaga up there? It's huge. It's like 12 feet up. That's a huge chunk right there. The rocks are getting bigger. It's been my experience that when the rocks are getting bigger, you're getting closer to the lake. Let's see if this is true. Oh, that's slippery. Oh, that's really slippery. Aha! There's some beaver evidence. Evidence of beaver. When there's beaver, there's lakes. Where there's lakes, there's not striking out. I hate to fail at things, and this is like a wild adventure. I don't want it to be. I want to get there. It's fun to get there, and then it'll be a journey to get back. I probably won't film any of it on the way back, unless I find more chaga. I would definitely consider this to be the bush. For those who want to see the bush, I would definitely consider that to be, I don't know what that is, bear poop? No. I think it was the lake. The lake. The lake. The lake is on fire. Woo! The lake. This is not the lake. It's the land between the lakes. So you can run into a bog area when you get up into a place like this, and you can actually fall in the water. It's a dragonfly. I've got to be one of the only people that's come to this place and walked around here with a fishing pole. There's like something's been walking around here. I wouldn't be surprised if we found a moose. This is like moose country right here. Ooh, look at this. Alright. Does the beaver make waterways? What the along this way. We're gonna take a path in the moose. We're gonna go along the moose path. That way. If a moose does try to kill me, I'm gonna hide underneath this pine tree. Go in the woods so he can't get me. Look how beautiful this is up here. It's like dry land right here. Yeah, there's a waterway right here. The lake's probably over that way, to the left. Okay, unless I see an animal, I'm going to keep this on for a little while. I'm going to head over that way. And hopefully, when it's all said and done, I'll be able to find my way out of here. There's a little beaver dam here. He's got his work cut out for him if he's going to flood this whole lake. He can do it though. You got highland over there, can you see it? That dips down over there. He's got to go all the way across this. I don't see where he could live inside this thing. It looks too small. He must have another house somewhere. Little beaver dam. Unless it's down there. Okay, so I lost the trail when I was on my way up in here. And I decided to walk up the stream bed. I found this is how there's somebody up here that's like a outdoorsman that's crossing this. They're honing this flat. This is a process they're doing. And it hasn't been honed there, but they're walking across here holding onto this rope. I imagine that there are times when this water gets quite high. But this is how they're crossing. So I lost the trail when I got to this stream bed because I was excited. And now I know where they come to. They come to here. So we'll see how easy it is to find our way home. A tree just fell. It scared the shit out of me. So, I mean, I always think about maybe it's a bear in a tree. Maybe it's like freaking Sasquatch pushing the tree over. Anyway, it's straight ahead. It's just crazy for a tree to fall right in front of you when you're walking out of the woods. A big one. I'm gonna go look at it, see what it's all about. I got my handy K-bar with me. Let's see. Probably just a tree falling in the woods. So when a tree falls in the woods, does it make a noise? You betcha it does. There's a little overhang, a little shelter area by these rocks. Could spend the night here. And, you know, basically I might have to since I'm totally lost. I'm off the beaten trail. I lost it when I was going there, but I picked it up again. And then, I lost it when I was on my way, now that I'm on my way back. So I think I have to go to the right more that way. have no idea. But nice rocks over there too, if you can see them. Pretty up in here. Every year there's like 300 rescues by these forest rangers in New York State. And I'm beginning to know why. I'm beginning to know why. I'm not worried. If I had to, I could spend the night. I'm not worried. I don't want to spend the night. We need to go this way to the right. And go over this mountain. I'm sure I'll catch up with the beaten path. You lose it over there. You lose it on that side of the mountain. I need to mark that better. I lost it going and I lost it coming back. They sent out the planes looking for me. Nice boulder over there. I found the trail again. And this is downhill, so I'm sure this is the way. I lost the trail and I bushwhacked. And then I was like, I'll hit the trail again, or I'm going that way. Anyway, whatever that way that is, that's the way I'm going. That's how I'm going to find my way out of here. And next thing you know, orange marker. I'll take it. I will take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Yeah. There's a loop. I'm back on the road. I made it back to civilization. There's a loop. It's not calling. I'm sore from my back to my legs. I'm so sore. I'm so sore. I'm gonna need some protein to fix these muscles for sure. I made it back, guys. Everything on my body hurts. My legs, my back. I found this camp there and bringing it out. Everything hurts. That's too far to hike. I've been hiking all day long. All day through the bush. If that isn't bush, I don't know what is.